in case you missed it earlier this week, this guy had a golden ticket. He was the only one for the Smack Off season to win a golden ticket. I felt great about that. But then I saw that he was on hold. I'm like, I don't know about that. That might not be a good idea. The guy who has the golden ticket does not need to RSVP. He already has a golden ticket, except he felt good about him. He had a golden ticket. He wanted to RSVP. As he was on hold, I tried to talk him out of it. John, in San Antonio, you don't need to make that call. It might not be a good idea. I'm going to give you a chance right now to hang up. You can't hang up. You can hang up. He didn't. He came on, and Alvy, it went terribly. He came on, it went badly. You know what this is? What does this sound like? That sounds like Schmacky Schmitty Helicopter, does it not? Schmacky Smiddle Helicopter. But that's not what that is. That's the sound of somebody having a golden ticket ripped out of their hands. Now, I did say, as embarrassing as that was, he had time to make it right. He could call back and maybe get himself a golden ticket once again. I didn't rip it up. I ripped it out of his hand. Let's find out. He's taking heat for it. It was not a good look, but the guy's back for more. He's trying to get his ticket back, and wouldn't that make a great story? We all love a comeback story. Let's find out. John in San Antonio, the guy who got Schmitty helicoptered, is trying to get it back. John, good to have you back. What's up?
Hey, thanks for the vine, Rome. Hey, nice call there, Colby. Nice racism blast there. Why don't you work Bigatron into your next take? Hey, what an epic Game 6 last night, Jim. From LeBron coming out of the gate harder than shared belief at Santa Anita to Steph side-arming his slobbery chew toy at Cleveland fan, this game had almost everything. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see a shot of the viewing party at Oracle Arena. I mean, have you seen these viewing parties, Rome? I mean, these kooks shell out $350 just to park their recumbent bike and take out a second mortgage for a couple of gluten-free hot dogs and a Fiji water. I mean, for what? To watch an empty court and stare at the game on a Jumbotron? And give me a break, Jim. WNBA season ticket holders think these dorks are getting ripped off. And, Romy, these goofballs go all out like there's a real game going on. I mean, they're waving those yellow pool noodles and, waving step fatheads every time the Cavs line up to shoot free throws on the other side of the country. And, Jim, why is Mark Jackson allowed to call Warriors games? I mean, I thought commentators were supposed to be objective. I mean, that would be like David Stern hosting a Jim Rohn show and expecting him not to destroy you. I mean, how would you feel if someone else took over the jungle and started racking up Marconi awards? I mean, and forget the whole jilted lover angle. I mean, Mark Jackson is just a terrible commentator. I mean, his catchphrases are terrible, and, I mean, the guy looks like a pug. Romy, I can't tell if he's calling the game or sitting on command. I mean, where's that corpse Hubie Brown when you need him? I mean, this is all setting up nicely for Steph and the Warriors. They get to win their second title in 2 years at home and also be a major part of another historic Cleveland sports collapse. Warriors by 20 on Sunday. Man's game, Cleveland. M-Car, Rome. That's Rack Me in Reverse. Out.
Okay, John. As a comeback effort, that was good. Given what happened to you the last time you called, and I ripped that golden ticket from you, that's a strong comeback effort. I've got respect for that. It's not easy to get off the mat, especially while people continue to stomp you into the mat. I'm impressed. And in fact, John, believe it or not, I am impressed enough to give you back your golden ticket.
Yes, I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket.
M-Car is Rack Me Backwards. That's how he tagged his call. M-Car, Rack Me Backwards. You know, John, you did it. You did it in part because you fought back. You got up off the mat. That's never easy to do. And I'm going to give it back to you in part because you earned it the first time.
Give me back my...
But I want you to know this, though, John. I took it from you once. I can take it from you again. You're not clear. You're not in the clear. You're not guaranteed to be there on July 1st. If I were you, John, I would not call me back right now in RSVP. You have your golden ticket. I gave it back to you. But do not pick up the call and say, you know what, Rome, that's great. I'm calling to RSVP. In fact, if I were you, John, I would not call me again until July 1st, just to be safe. But you got it. You got it. The golden ticket is back. And how much better does that sound to you, John? Tell me how this sounds. How much better does that sound to you, John, than this? Because, John, if you don't watch your step, and if you call back, and you try to RSVP, or you get drunk on your own success, drunk on the sound of your name, you will hear that again. I did it once, I'll do it again. Don't think I won't. That's amazing. I didn't think that would happen, but it did. It did. But don't think that I won't rip that again, because I will.